There is no other sports like table tennis, which requires various spinning motions, the most conventional and basic technique. For the last 20 years, the Chinese have dominated the international table tennis scene. If there is a reason, the only possible answer is that the Chinese have figured out the physics of the sport. In this video, we are focusing on the down spinning balls, which is the most basic but essential skill. What causes an object to spin? According to Newton's second law, if a single force is directed toward the center of the mass of an extended object, the result acceleration of the object will be in the same direction as the force. In this case, we assume the object to be a point object and the force will always be passing through the center mass. However, in reality, objects are not a point but attains a certain volume. As shown in the diagram, the force's direction doesn't go through the center mass. We can separate the force into two components. F1 passes through the center mass, and the object will move at the same direction. If tangent to the object, it will cause the object to spin. Therefore, we can say that the force that is not directed through the center of the mass causes the object to rotate. As in table tennis, the spinning of the ball is the result of the indirected passing center mass force. In this case, the force is the combined force of the friction and collision exerted by the paddle. According to the graph, the component force F causes the ball to move forward, while the vertical friction force causes the ball to spin. The friction is the result of the relevant motion between the paddle and the ball. Therefore, rubbing while hitting can make the ball spin in the direction of the relevant movement. So what makes downspin so special? When receiving a downspinning ball, since the ball is spinning downwards, it will create a reaction force pointing downwards when it interacts with the paddle. Therefore, if you hit a downspinning ball normally, the ball will go straight into the net. And this is how downspinning is applied in real games. There are two ways to return downspinning ball. First is to make the paddle facing up. In this way, the reaction force, which causes the ball to go into the net, has less of a component pointing downward, and the normal force exerted by the paddle is pointing upward. In this way, if the upward component of the normal force is greater than the downward component of the reaction force, the ball will be successfully returned with downspinning. Secondly, it is vital to rapidly swing the paddle and interact rubbing the ball. In this case, there will be one friction pointing upward and one reaction force caused by the downspinning ball. If the friction is large enough, the ball will turn into upspinning with great speed. This technique is called curving or driving, which requires skill of power control. If the force is not enough or too much, the ball will still go into the net or miss the table.